going to take a look at a really fun song to play. This is Daydream, of course, by the Lovin Spoonful, 1966. Written by John Sebastian, kind of the leader of the band. And they were, of course, they were part of the New York folk scene in the mid-60s. There were a lot of scenes going on in different parts of the country. Of course, had stuff going on here in San Francisco, group of bands there, group of bands in LA. Jimi Hendrix was coming out. Well, anyway, talk about enough of the music history geography. But anyway, the folk scene was really big in New York, and Dylan was there, Joan Baez, Simon and Garfunkel, Lovin Spoonful, an earlier band called the Mugwumps that spun off. Half of them went off to become the Lovin Spoonful, and another half, well, another 40%, went off to join John Phillips and become the Mamas and the Papas. So anyway, we're going to take a look at, this is the first Lovin Spoonful song I've gotten to. I can't believe it's like taken so long. And really interesting little folk, kind of almost jug band type progression. Now these guys came out of jug band type music that was going on also around the time in New York City. And the Even Dozen Jug Band. Check them out. So, but interesting techniques going on in here. Now John, the original version of this, they were capoed up a step, so the whole thing was in the key of C. Whoa, capoed at the first. So I'm going to do a lesson without the capo because you can still hear how it sounds like the song. But has a really interesting technique going on with kind of a bouncing bass, bum 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 bum, and muting the chords. So that's what we're going to work on in here. We'll talk about the chords and talk about the right hand technique. It's a very simple 16 measure progression with only a 4 measure thing done twice, a 2 measure thing done 3 times, and then a little 2 measure thing on G. So we will throw all that together and break down a cool way to play, at least the first guitar part, to Daydream. First I want to talk about the progression because we have some pretty easy chords that we're going to play. Then we'll talk about the techniques coming up a little bit after that. The song just goes from C to A7 to D minor 7 to G7. Now we want to play the C's with G in the bass. The basic right hand technique is going to be hitting a bass note on the last beat, on the last and of a measure and also on the and of 2 in a measure.